Well, we're back. We're back on it, and I'm out of isolation. So the 12th was yesterday. So I'm allowed, and they've informed me that I can come back to site today, and I'm out of isolation. So I'm pleased I've been healthy, no problem at all. Makes you wonder at the end of this isolation period that you feel that it was a waste of time, but it's not. We have to be careful. We have to be careful about the people we're working with, our family, and the people, our customers. Everywhere we go, we have responsibility at the moment. So here we are. We're back on the project. If you have a quick look round, just spin round on here, Jack. We've got Jack's with us today. Jack, you pleased with that?
Not with you now.
People commented about you the other day. They said, "Tell Jack to cheer up." But you stay as you are, Jack, because it adds a bit of flavour and ingredients to the channel. So we're back on here. We've basically finished the patio as such. So we're heading back over this way, and you can just see we've got to finish off the picture frame there, and we've got a stepping stone path that's going to run down there, or a picture frame that's going to run alongside the house, which is going to be like a mowing strip. We don't want the grass going right up on the house there. We've got these stepping stones in here. Just go back over here. So the stepping stones over here. We've got the steps going down. Just kind of have a recap, run through where we are at the moment. On the front of these steps, we're going to have to put a ball nose on the front of these steps. So we've got the grinder for there, so we'll be able to get on with that at some point. We've got to turn this existing ground over, and then we're going to make up with some nice, rich, organic soil in this garden. And if you come back over this way, we've basically finished the decked area. This is the Aero decking. Nice little area. Got the raised bed over there. I think what I'm going to do with the raised bed on that bit, I'm going to put some Rubio monocoat in the charcoal colour on that and bring it all in, so that'll all be the same. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it looked nice.
Yeah, do you think so?
Yeah.
And then we've got the pieces this morning for the Aero cladding wall, so we've got to put a few more pieces on there. We haven't got that with us today. On the back end of here, you'll see on the back end of here, come and have a look. You'll see here what we've done here. We've turned this into a shelf for a log store. So our customer Nick will be able to we'll get some logs and sort some logs out, fill that with all his logs for his log burner. This is all going to be grass down here. Grass is going to run right the way through, all where these boards are here. Okay, the grass is going to run right the way up, and we're going to put those sleepers. This is the BSW timeless sleeper. That's the same people that make the Aero board. We're going to put those one high, okay, just one high, all the way along this area here to retain this hedgerow here. So, but what you'll find is that with this beech here now, it's got a bit of a fibrous root system. So all that earth is going to stay in place. It's just all together. It's not retaining anything. Really, it's not like a retaining wall. So we're going to lay those in a horizontal fashion. We're probably going to put some 6-inch nails on the underside, and then we're going to bed them in some concrete. So we're going to go all the way along. We've got a fair few to put down, and then it's going to sort of sweep round over there. So I don't want to put them in a vertical format to get the sweep. What I'll probably do is cut them down into thirds and leave it snake round, just like using those 10x5 curbs. So there we are, and the rest of this is going to be turf. So there isn't a huge amount to do. I think we'll be able to fall out of this garden pretty fast now, and this week we'll be able to make sort of steady progress. We need to get the digger back on here. We've got a little bit to do on the front, put a path in, and then when we've finished all this, what we're going to be doing is I've been working on a pergola, a design. We're going to have a pergola coming over here. But one of the main considerations about putting a pergola over here, Nick, our client, is quite tall, all right? I think he must be 6'2", 6'3", at least, maybe even a bit taller. So we've got to think how we're going to put the pergola over here. So, and where we're going to put the post to support it. So, and that's what we're going to do with this pergola. We're not going to leave it in that tannalized colour, that wood colour. We're going to colour it in with the Rubio monocoat in the charcoal, so it'll all be in keeping. And then, at the end of all of it, is that we're going to create some planting pockets. So there's going to be a planting pocket there, one here, one there. We may put one, Jack, over the other side of there, so you have a little bit of balance, and that would work, wouldn't it? And that's going to be the fun part, doing the planting. You'll be able to watch that as it unfolds. That's it for now. We're going to get on. Have a great day. Be safe, and don't forget, mind, subscribe. See you soon. Well, we're back. It's great doing these videos, but seriously, we gotta get on, and you know, the customer wants it done, so we have to get it finished, push on, get this tidied up. We'll make a difference today. If you look what we've got here now, this is going to stay for a minute because we haven't got the skip here, but we will push on, and we need to push on because we've got other work to go to as well.
Nice. Just, yeah, you're just doing a bit.
Huh?
After having a week off, that's all.
Just listening to Jack's observation. So I've had a week off. 2 weeks, isn't it?
Oh, 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
I forgot about that, yeah.
Can you actually see the difference in me now?
No.
Say something positive. So here we are. Seriously, what we're doing now is we're going that little bit of extra depth. We've got it on that side going down there, but we haven't got it here. We're going to be putting this on probably a 3-inch bed of concrete. It's not retaining nothing really. It's retaining about 200 mil, so it's not retaining anything. So it'll show there's be some real definition between the hedge, and you've got to remember, if you look underneath here, let's have a look underneath here now. Let's pull these. This is a beech hedge. You can see the pin curb there. All right, get down, Jack. Have a look. See, our viewers can actually see. There's the pin curb. And what you normally find on site, there, a lot of these groundwork companies, they have a huge amount of concrete. I'm amazed how this beech has grown here as it has done, and obviously it's to get its nutrients from somewhere. But all the way along here, this is filled with concrete. So none of that path is not going anywhere at all. And some people will say that maybe put some 6-inch nails on the back of a sleeper on the underside isn't enough, but it's just one sleeper. It's 200 mils retained, for goodness sake. So we're going to put the concrete in, get the nails in, and then we're going to come all the way along here. We want this done today. Is that right?
Yeah.
So here we are. This is the timeless sleeper, and it's looking good. Coffee. And we're laying it on coffee's now. Laying it on a dry lean bed, and we've got 6-inch nails underneath. And as you can see, it's not retaining nothing at all really. We're using a string line, keeping away from the line. That far one needs to be adjusted a little bit, but what we'll do when it's gone off a little bit, we'll maybe put some concrete on the back with some nails in the back there, but they look pretty good. Well, we're coming across, just looking at this, Jack and I were just talking about autumn colours, and you can see how that acer there is shed its leaves, but the beech always, copper beech always sort of hang on. You'll always have a fair bit of leaf, but it is a deciduous shrub, and I think that we're going to put some more whips in here to thicken it up, and you can see the odd little gap along there, but good hedge. Well, we're coming along nicely now, and we sort of what we have here is that we've got a 250 mil sleeper, and we've got a bed of approximately 75 mil underneath to 100 mil. So, and we're bedding onto a dry lean bed. It's all what's needed for here. It's not going to go anywhere at all. We'll probably put some concrete on the back, but we're going to let that go off first, but we'll do that later. But the reason for this part of the video is he doesn't stop talking. You think I talk, but Jack, he can talk, and we'll soon see if he watches these videos, because he'll mention it. They are, Jack, you talk too much. There he is over there. He's plodding on. He's giving me the little look now. So we can just. There he goes. There we are. So what we have here, this is a timeless sleeper from BSW, as I've said before. But in the industry, in the sawmill industry, or the forestry industry, they call this a wet product. So this is still green, okay? But what they've done with this timeless sleeper, to give it this aged look, they've burnt it. So what we have here, we have a 2.4, which is 8 feet, and then we have a 250 by 125, which is 10 inches by 5 inches. It's a thick sleeper. So what we're doing with it, we're putting some 6-inch nails in the bottom, quite a few of them, and we're going to do that later on. We're going to put some 6-inch nails on the back, and we're going to concrete up to a certain height. And as I said before, this isn't really retaining anything at all. You know, I mean, you're talking probably 8 inches. This ground is absolutely solid. It's not going to go anywhere. And what you've got to remember is that when all these are connected as they are, that's going to have its strength. The other thing, what you've got to think about, as I've said, is that when you look down the line here, it's almost like brickwork where you keep that gap from the line, and hopefully you go parallel all the way. But that wood is going to go, it's not going to be exactly true. It's going to go in and out a little bit. So this is a little bit like laying those 10 by 5 curves years ago when you're doing civils and road building. When you're laying those 10 by 5s, you find that the concrete would deviate, so it wouldn't exactly be true. And the other thing, what we got to think about, that the pin curves that we're running parallel with, they're going to go out as well a little bit. I seen some pin curves the other day. They was literally bent like bananas. They were really bad. Literally, they were awful. So then that's not going to be exactly true. We like to think it's going to be true, but the fact is they're not, and they're going to go up and down a little bit. But what we can do with this, we can go from A to B, and if it goes up or if it goes down in the middle, that's absolutely fine. So we're laying it to the truest form that we know. But they do look good. We've got jack on that end now. That last sleeper, because we're next to the pin, that's going to have to go in a little bit, but we'll do that later. We're actually putting it like the same way as when we're laying the curves. We're putting it on a dry lean mix. Okay, normally years ago we would put it on a curb brace, and I know that a lot of curbs are laid in with machines now. They're not lifted generally by hand because they're a lot bigger, they're a lot different. But the method of using a lean mix is still the same. You wouldn't lay it on a wet mix because it will just crack. And you find that with a lean mix, okay, there's moisture in the sand when it arrives in the ballast, and also the damp in the ground is going to help to cure that lean mix. I'll be able to show you that tomorrow, but it's looking good. You ready? What we got there? 280. So what we're doing, oh, that was a clip. Yeah. So this is what we're doing. We're putting the dry lean mix in, and but what I'm doing, I'm measuring down off here. As I said, I explained about the pin curves along there. I'm dipping down, and I want to be able to tap this down at least 35 mil. All right, so at the moment, if I go level now, at the moment, I'm on about 280 there. Okay, 275, 280. That's about 25 mil. So just probably need to make that up just a little bit. And remember, is that if it doesn't fit the first time, you pick it up and then you go again. And if it so happens that it dips in the middle, okay, and you tap that side, there's nothing to say that you can't pack it up underneath and then tap it down again. So you just got to keep going with it. We could put a string line across here, but we're just using the same method anyway. But look down there, it's looking good. So what we'll be able to do tomorrow, we'll be able to come back and we'll be able to show you how hard this lean mix has gone off. Well, here we are. This is where we've got today. As you can see, it's almost like I said, like curving, coming round. 1.2s, we've cut them down to here, sort of sweeping round, and I think it looks all right. So there we are. Look from this side. It's looking good all the way down. Nice and easy. Beautiful. So here we are. It's me again. So we're going to go in here, start leveling that off. That's pretty good soil in there. It's not bad at all. And we're going to lose some behind the sleeper. That was the sleeper from yesterday, and it's gone off absolutely rock solid. And then we're going to start turning over the soil in this area over here, loosen it all up to make sure that the water can permeate down through. And then we're going to break it up and cultivate it, and then we're going to put some really nice looking soil on top after. Not just nice looking, but soil that will work and allow the grass to grow. We just need a skip now. Let's see where Jack is now. We're just leveling that off. That's got to be top dressed. There's good soil in there, and you can see it's starting to shape up already. Just want to show you this bit here now. We're just turning over the ground here, and you can see where we've got cement residue on the side, and what you've got to try and do is get rid of this, because the last thing that you want underneath your grass is cement, because it's just gonna burn the grass and it won't grow. And you need the depth all the way around your patio as well. You've got to make sure you've got good depth. And this substrate that we have here, which is okay, it's not bad at all, but you can see where Jack is over there. We've got 5 or 6 inches of decent soil to make up now on the ground level, and that ground is not compacted no more, so we're going to get good drainage on here. So the ground is reasonably stony, it's not bad at all, but we've got to pick this cement out.